Welcome to the Mushroom Court. Today we have a very special court case. We have the Mushroom Kingdom v. the Mario Brothers. We now go to the courtroom where the trial is beginning.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Bowser.
Everyone sit down. Yep, I'm here.
Y'all may be seated. Court is now in session.
We have the prosecutors, my son, Ludwig von Koopa, and the Mario Brothers are defending themselves. I don't really care.
Thank you for the intro, Father. I, Ludwig von Koopa, will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that these two ne'er-do-wells have committed their most heinous crime of the Mushroom Kingdom of eating and consuming its citizens when they claim to protect them. They are not protectors, they are murderers. I call to the stand my first witness, Toad.
He just kept eating all of us. There were so many of us at one point, and they found one of us, and they ate us, and they got bigger. And then they just kept eating us. They didn't get any bigger, though. They just kept eating. And then they brought the girlfriends. And then they brought the girlfriends' boyfriends. And then they had weird clones of themselves that I didn't understand, but they kept eating us. It was a massacre.
I can understand that you're upset, Toad. But can you please, for the court, point out these two associates?
It was them two. Over there.
Your Honor, please note, and for the jury, that he is pointing to the two defendants.
Yeah, yep, that's them.
That's them? Good.
Got them.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Quit eating us.
So Dad, do you want to go to the defendants now?
Sure.
Let me preface. My brother, he hit too many bricks with his head. All he can talk with is verbs and weird things. And, yeah, that's exactly where he's at. Yeah. But I can assure you,
it's me.
We would never murder and consume the mushroom people.
I love to murder.
No, Mario. No. You don't love to murder. You love to save.
Oh,
no. Just so you know, we would never, ever do this because they taste icky bad. Ew.
Brother Luigi.
Yes, Mario?
Do we get to eat more of the mushrooms when this is done?
Mario, can I talk to you over here?
No.
1 minute, Your Honor. Stop it. Just stop it. You are not helping us. We will never see Mama again if you don't stop it, Mario! Oh, no, David! David, get us out of this kangaroo courtroom!
Welcome to the episode of Fix-tion. Look at the basement. Oh, we are in the basement.
Oh, my lungs.
That was worth it, though. We sounded awesome.
I think.
Hello, everyone.
How's it going?
You doing okay over there?
No, that actually hurt.
Yeah, drink your root beer.
Why do we even do that? It's nothing to do with our topic, Dan.
Yeah, okay. Calm down. We'll get there. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another amazing episode of Fan Fiction.
Hopefully amazing, yes.
It's gonna be great.
I mean, with that intro, how could it not be?
And if it's not, Matt, your contract might have to be reviewed.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. God.
Oh, no.
I like it to murder. I like that intro. That was fun. That took us an hour to get through.
Don't tell them what behind the scenes is like.
1 full hour of us just riffing on that thing.
They don't need to know the magic.
And it's going to be like 4 minutes long.
Right.
So the extended cut is coming for Patreon fans in the year 2026.
That's right. So buckle up in about 5 years.
It's gonna be a doozy. But as you guys can clearly tell, it's Mario.
Right.
We're hitting him.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Toad's Wild Adventure. But
we could do that. I mean, I'm down for it. It's part of the... Does Mario technically have a multiverse yet?
I guess technically.
Are we to believe all of the Marios outside of Sticker Mario?
Right.
Because Origami Mario is his own thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But like all of the Marios are the Mario? Have we talked about that yet?
I think that's a great question.
The Mario multiverse?
Wow, we just went straight to deep.
I know.
I would assume it's a multiverse because he does like remember he runs Olympics with Sonic and all that. And
Sure.
he does a bunch of different things with other characters. So
Okay.
I would imagine he's part of some multiverse in some.
I
way,
mean, but
shape, or
have you
form.
played it? Is it like all of a sudden they're teleported into
No, I have not
this world?
played that
Because like
one, no.
Smash Brothers like clearly goes like, oh, they were pulled from
Right
their locations.
Yeah, kind of like Mojo World from
Yeah.
Marvel. Like, oh, Mojo just cherry pick people to make good TV.
I don't
And,
know.
like,
Maybe by the end of this, we'll figure out if it's a multiverse or not.
maybe I don't know. Yeah,
Okay, well,
I would assume it is.
but we kind of had a conversation before we started recording the episode about how we were going to do this episode.
Since every Mario game is so terrible, how do you even talk?
how has this much garbage been allowed on our screens for so long?
Who let this pass in the company market?
just a real unacceptable excuse. Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. But we thought instead of doing like a top 10 list or anything like that, we were just going to blanketly talk about them all.
I think so.
And
Yeah,
at the end, we'll decide what's number one after.
yeah,
this-
kind of like a Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
which hence the wrestling. Intro.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's tie it
Right.
together that way. That's exactly what we
Dan,
meant
it's
to do.
written on your note card. Pay
God.
attention.
I told you, I don't even use note cards.
Clearly.
I know. That's hurtful.
It shows.
Hey.
I'm gonna go to my trailer if you keep
You
this
go
up.
get your trailer, okay? Let's just briefly name a couples. We'll break them down by console. Like Nintendo has Super
Wrecking
Mario 1, 2, 3.
Crew,
Oh wow, we're going all the way back.
Donkey Kong Jr. There's I can't think of any more.
Let's go to the
There's
good
no-
ones. Go to
Oh, the good ones.
Let's go to the good ones, okay? We already like before this thing even started. Matt's like, Super Mario 3 is gonna win this whole thing, and I challenged that.
Well, to be fair though, Super Mario 3 is such a fun and amazing game.
It was fine.
And
That's the one with the boat ship, right?
and for
Where
those of you who
it's
are
a princess is in another
Right,
castle,
right, yeah.
again.
well, it's the first appearance of the Koopa Kids.
Okay.
It's also like the first appearance of like the Tanuki suit and some other stuff like that, and the raccoon suit and all that. So
I have to say, like, if we're talking about
actually, suits in general. It's the first-
I always really had a soft spot for 2, the one that's like not 2. No, what's the one that looks like a play?
That's 3.
That's 3.
That's
Look at me talking all this trash
Eat
about
your
3.
words.
And I thought that was one of the cooler ones.
And in round 1, Dan eats a spoonful of his own foot like an idiot.
Spoiler alert, I eat my foot. But no, I like that one. That was cool.
Yeah, it's one of the best ones.
And then 2 is the one that's a giant dream.
so yes, 2. So for those of you who don't know, Super Mario Brothers 2 was actually a reskin of a different game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no
and
idea.
that's why it's so weird and jarring compared to 1 and 3 and the
That's why
rest of them.
turnips are so weirdly present.
Right. It's such a weird, like jarring experience.
I
And
bet
yeah,
you-
it ends
I
up
bet
being
you
a
could-
dream, and like instead of Bowser, it's Wart.
You
and
could
something
take
else,
that
and-
game and put like the Office skin on it and just have Dwight pulling up beats the entire time.
Oh, that'd be pretty funny, actually.
I imagine he would be the Luigi skin.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Just have him like run around. I think that'd be kind of cool. I would play the Office version of Mario 2. Is
Oh,
what
I
I'm
would
trying to
totally
say.
play that, yeah.
So, anyways,
But yeah, that's why you have such weird, like different characters and different themes and stuff, because it was like not even really a Mario game.
it was like a frog bad guy, right, with the crown.
Yeah, his name's Wart.
Wart. Oh,
Yeah.
classic. Okay.
Right?
Got him. Nailed it.
And then like he like uncorks a thing of bees, and it doesn't. I don't know, that game's all over the place. It just doesn't make a lot of sense.
Not the bees.
But then it was all a dream.
But it was all a dream.
So everything you did was nothing.
So cool. Mario 2 was pointless. Got it.
Yep.
And I've played those games a couple of times, and like I said, I do really like 3, but like 3's great, but like by no means is it top 3.
I think it's at least top 5. In the
Nah, well, top 5. I'll give it top 5.
because like I said, it's the first appearance of like the suits. It's like the first appearance of like the Koopa Kids, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
airship
I got you.
thing. Yeah,
but then they just perfected it with
Sure.
Super Mario World.
sure. Oh yeah, I mean,
That's the introduction of Yoshi, right? That's
Correct,
the first.
yeah.
And then all the different colored Yoshis.
and then Yoshi got his own Game Boy game. Then there was Yoshi
Oh my
Cookie.
God,
Then there was
I-
Yoshi Island, which actually Yoshi Island's really good.
Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy.
Oh god, I love Yoshi's
God,
Island.
I can't even make the noise, but like it's
Oh, it's hard,
ingrained
yeah.
into my brain. The Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy.
It's such a great stage.
I love
For
it.
those of you who haven't played Yoshi's Island, as we're jumping ahead really far,
Yeah, we're gonna be all over the place here.
all over the
people.
place.
It's gonna be a keep up kind of episode. We're just keep it up.
But Yoshi's Island is essentially just Yoshi starring as that he saves baby Mario and tries to reunite him with baby Luigi because the stork drops him in a wrong place and they have to go fight. Oh, and baby Bowser tries and stop him along the way with
There's a baby Bowser in there
baby-
too.
Yeah, he's the final boss.
Sure.
Spoiler.
I watched you guys play it. Like
It was just a
that's all
great
I
game.
got.
Anyway, there was a level called touch fuzzy, get dizzy, were these little like I don't know how you would
It was
describe
like pollen, like
Pollen,
giant
yeah.
pollen spores were like
yeah, they would
flying all
float in
over
the air, and if
screen.
you touched them, the screen would get all like acid trippy and like
You didn't lose any health.
Right, everything would just stretch out. The music would get all weird.
I loved it.
Beautiful levels.
Loved it. This is my first real introduction to psychedelics. So, thank you, Mario, for really just knocking that one out of the park for
Right.
me. Was a big fan of it.
Next to that Pokemon episode with the strobing lights.
Yeah. Seizures
got
and acid
banned.
trips. Thank you, Super Nintendo.
Oh boy.
But like
But no, you're right. I
Super
think-
Mario World, I think I'm entering that as my best Mario game.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely
Fight me.
polished
Bring
a lot
it.
of stuff.
Come on, Battle Royale. What
Battle
was
Royale.
wrong with that game?
Oh, what was wrong with the game?
Hidden levels, the whole Star Road. It has all your Koopa kids, and they get their own individual fortresses, so you really get to like flesh them out.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome.
The introduction of the giant like Bowser, like where it's like the Joker face thing, the thing he rode around in all the
yeah.
time.
Oh, his little
His helicopter,
yeah, like
reverse
the-
helicopter thing.
man, what the hell? What is that called? I can't remember now.
The Bowser
Yeah, it's like
reverse
it's probably like the
helicopter
Bowser
smiley
cup.
face,
The Cupmobile.
smashy thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Cupmobile.
The
I dig it.
Cupmobile.
That's what we'll call it.
You say that, but yeah, and that's cool and all. But Bowser, if you remember in the third game, actually had a whole army of tanks, zeppelins.
Okay.
He had a navy. He had an army. He had an
Okay.
air force.
So is the smiley Joker face bouncy helicopter not as cool as a boat with a million cannons and fire?
the bombs everywhere.
Okay,
and
yeah, okay. So I'll give you the mode of transportation.
It's
on
not even a mode of
3.
transportation. There were multiple.
Yeah, it's
He
an
had a-
armada
he had
of
a fleet.
transportation.
Not
Where
to
is he
mention.
getting all these funds, by the way?
Oh, I have. He's getting them from conquering all those other lands.
taxes.
Because if you remember,
It's all
also in
about
the third
taxes.
game, he conquered a bunch of other areas and kingdoms.
Okay.
It wasn't just the Mushroom Kingdom. He conquered all of them.
So who were the other kings? Are we to assume that it was all Toad Run?
I believe they are.
Oh, no wonder it was so easy to conquer. Like,
Well, how dare you? They have great.
what? What? Finish it. Tasting
they really don't go
heads?
into depth about their
Okay.
their military capability.
I'm just saying, economically, this is a very weak game.
well,
okay?
especially the ice level. Like, what are you guys harvesting over there? Like, I don't know.
That's the cryogenics.
Is that the
That's
cryogenics
where they
lab?
work on all their,
Or what
fruit.
about Giant Island, where everything was a monster? Like,
all I'm saying?
is that just supposed to be like a spoof on Australia? Or what?
All I'm saying is that if I ever go to a place and the sun actively attacks me, I'm out.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm 100% out because even if he doesn't get you, the cancer will.
Oh, that is true.
That's some real deadly UV rays coming right at you real close.
Jeez, talking about it. But yeah,
Real lull moment there.
I know. Woo, that got,
Oof, sorry,
that
David.
got deep.
Sorry, David. I apologize for that one. That's on me, guys.
But yeah, Super Mario World is still really great.
It's the greatest.
Well, you say the greatest, but we still haven't talked about our friend Mario RPG.
Okay. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Which spawned one of the greatest series that came out of Mario, the Paper Mario.
How did that spawn out of Paper Mario?
It's essentially the sequel to it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No way.
Hell yeah.
Why? So they just decided to do a sequel, but they just thought the animation had to be completely different.
I don't know the story behind that, but yeah, they just said, you know what? We're making 2D and 3D.
Well, have you played the new one, Origami King, at all?
I have not.
So the battle sequence is very different. Like instead of it being like turn-based, where it's like you have a turn, they have a turn, you have a turn, they have a turn, it's still kind of like that, but you're on this giant circular grid.
Oh.
And so all of the bad guys like fall around you in different locations, and each like at the outrounding of the circle you can spin it. So your goal is to try and get all of the monsters lined up so that way you can do one straight
Oh, that's
attack
neat.
and knock them out as quickly as possible.
Oh, that's so strange and neat.
Yeah, like I remember it took me a straight minute because like, what is happening here? Because you get like 3 turns to move the grid,
Right.
and then you get to attack a line.
Oh, that's so weird.
And
but I
so,
like
and
it.
then like if who you don't kill then gets to hit you, and then you get to move the grid again and hit them that way.
And for those of you who don't know, Super Mario RPG was a Super Nintendo game. It was Mario's first swing into the RPG role-playing game series, where you actually got to play as turn-based characters from the Mario world, such as Mario, Bowser, Princess Peach, newcomer Gino, and Mallow.
Mallow, yeah.
Mallow, the little cloud guy.
Oh, he was so cute.
I was really upset.
Smitty? Isn't Smitty?
That was one of the main villains.
Yeah, the sword guy, right? Who just
Yeah, he
was
was-
a giant sword that was like, I own the castle.
Well, he was
now.
like a cosmic Weapon Man.
Sure.
Yeah,
Aren't we all in some degree?
And they had a lot of cool, like, at the time, whatchamacallit, pop culture references in the game, like with the Axum Rangers, making fun of the Power Rangers.
Nice.
And, like, there was little funny jokes in there left and right, and like the story's great, the gameplay's great because it had it was one of the first RPGs that had timed actions.
Oh yeah, where you had to hit it at the exact
like
moment.
if you attacked, if you hit it right when his punch landed, you would get another attack.
Yep,
and things like that would happen. So it was a really fun interactive game.
But I think, do you ever wonder? Do you ever wonder, Matt?
Do I?
That the only reason it gets so beloved is because like it was the first like break from the norm.
I
like,
do, but also at the time there was other RPGs running around rampant, like Final Fantasy and things like that. It also actually had a Final Fantasy reference in the game.
I'm sure it did.
Because, why not? But like it held its own against those other ones.
Okay.
Like it was that enjoyable that it beat out a lot of other ones, and a lot of people love that game, not myself included.
Yeah.
It was just all around just a great experience.
If I could ever find it, I think that would be a fun game to sit down and just replay.
Oh, it always is. I always love going back to it.
I think it's been like 10 years since I've like turned that game on and tried. So it'd be kind of fun to sit back and see like how
and it's one of the first and only games, probably is the only game where you actually get to get Bowser as an ally.
I was going to say it's probably the first time that you get that.
Probably the first and only, yeah. Like
I don't know.
He's actually pretty good at it.
Yeah. And then, so like you said, it spawns off the Paper Marios. I think
and then off of that came the Paper Marios.
Paper Marios are fine, but I'm not going to bring them into the Battle Royale.
And the Paper Marios, for those of you that don't know, is the same thing, just different art style and different storyline.
Yep, you get a giant hammer.
Yeah, they don't really connect to the Super Mario RPG one.
Okay.
Which, now that I think about it, they could have came up with a better title.
But
anyway.
But I would also say the Paper Marios definitely took a more comedic angle.
Oh,
though.
they went
like they're actually really funny. It's the comedy version of a Mario game,
and they're really well written and fun.
Yeah, they are. They make me laugh quite a few times.
Oh yeah, there's always a part where I'm like, oh, that's clever.
So, like even the new one, Origami King, you have to go around and fight like a stapler and a bunch of pins because like the Origami King is like mad, and so he enlists all of his art supply friends. So it's like a ball of yarn. I think one's like a rubber band. Like you just literally are fighting office supplies.
I'm gonna have to play this one.
It's fun. I have it. I'll let you borrow it. It's fun.
Yes,
I bought it. So I'm not bringing Paper Mario into these.
Okay.
What about? Okay, go ahead.
So another one that can dethrone your Super Mario.
It's not
world.
going to, but we'll talk about it.
Well, obviously the N64 one.
Oh crap.
Mario 64, baby.
Okay. I think that is a conversation to be had.
The crazy level designs,
the full 3D,
full 3D effect. Yeah, the boss fights were a little lackluster, but whatever.
Yeah, the Bowser boss fights were just.
It was just kind of like
around.
spin to win, yeah.
Yeah, spin to win.
Spin to win.
I like that. But like I remember some of those boss fights took me a straight minute because like my timing is really bad.
Yeah.
So I could always grab his tail and start spinning him, but then I would just blindly let go, like hope this hits something.
And honestly, I kind of feel like Super Mario World and the 64 Mario are pretty on par with each other. Just for like the new things they brought in and the like play level enjoyment and all that.
But even with Super Mario 64, the one thing that I think I was missing was like, I wish you got to like, I know Yoshi's in the game.
Yeah.
But you don't get to really use Yoshi.
Interact.
Yeah. Like you're just by yourself. You don't get that little.
Yeah.
And like Luigi's not in it at all, right?
No,
I don't think so.
he is.
Because Yoshi's on the ceiling or on the roof.
Yeah.
And gives you a whole bunch of lives. But
I think you're right, yeah.
Well, no, this is the first one that introduces like the hat matrix.
Yep.
Or the hat metrics.
Right.
Metric.
I think your first one was right.
Fix my words, Matt. Fix my words for me.
The magical hat.
Yeah, so you get the metal thing.
So instead of costumes, they gave him a special hat that did things.
And then, they kept going because even through Mario Odyssey, the hat was like a big
back
thing.
To that,
They decided that's his special something.
But I kind of like the costumes better than the hat.
Yeah, they're fine.
I like to picture Mario going home and going to his closet and going, oh boy, what do I want to be?
I'm trying to think. I think I honestly, and I cheated a lot for Super Mario 64. I think I had like the Nintendo 64 Genie or whatever it was, where
like
you would put
Genie,
and you put that in first, and then it would be like you felt like you were hacking the game.
You dirty.
So
birdie.
I always did like the super jump, where you would just like do one jump, and you literally would like it was always like 10 seconds of you going straight up into the air.
Just way too easy.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. So it's like, you have to get to the top of the mountain. I'm like, watch this, friend. And
Look at my incredible leap.
Yeah, I beat the game in like 6 minutes.
Well, I bet you did.
It was really fun.
When you just jump over the entire levels.
But sometimes the game would get glitched out and you would just like jump too far and then all of a sudden you'd be in the sky like blipping out and you'd be like, and time to reset.
Now, also to preface, if you don't know the Mario series by now, where have you been?
Yeah.
like
shame
pretty
on
much
you.
all the games are just like a platform adventure, except for, of course, the sports games and the racing games.
No, what was Mario Paint? Did you ever play that one?
Yeah, Mario Paint.
That was
another
fun.
one. That one was just like an interactive, like, make your own music. with,
Yeah,
like, weird
there was
little-
also where you had like the fly swatter.
Yeah.
And you had like
a weird mini game. Yeah.
like
It didn't make any sense.
I always love the idea of like somebody sitting in an office going like Mario should be a fly swatter. Yeah.
Right.
Somebody
and
code
Mario
this.
should have a weird keyboard interaction thing where you can make your own
Let's have a
songs.
special mouse.
It was
just for
fun,
this
but it was
game.
wacky.
Yeah.
It didn't make a lot
But
of sense.
I'm sure they were just trying to sell.
right.
How do we sell like a mouse? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it was more for the product.
I feel like Nintendo does that a lot, though. They
Yeah.
usually they try and reinvent the wheel, and they try and work their games around it because they did that with Zelda too, with like pull the bowstring back and
But that was for Switch though, right? Was
Right,
there an
yeah,
actual
for the
like?
new one,
did
yeah.
they sell a real?
no, it was just to get their controller.
Oh,
that,
yeah. The Wii.
the Wii.
I wanted to like it. I really
did
did.
too.
But I don't think I would like. There's not a lot of games I
No.
would go back and play.
It was just okay.
And then any of the games that were for there, I would wait until they're ported to another system, and then I would play them that way. Like Twilight Princess, I'll play that
Right.
on GameCube. Like I'd rather play them any other way. Like I hated the controllers so much. I remember trying playing Smash Brothers with those
Oh,
like
man,
the
that was
long
rough,
rectangles. Ugh, the worst.
Rough. I
Worst,
just went back to the
worst.
64 controller.
Yeah, I think we all did.
Yeah, it was just easier.
Or I got the GameCube one, the one you could like the wireless. So even when I play Smash Brothers on my Switch now, I'll still use the GameCube controller
Right.
because the GameCube controller is the best controller.
really is.
It's
It's-
the best.
It feels good on the
It feels nice in the grip. You know.
It's like a mother's hug.
Thank you,
For your
Nintendo,
hand.
for the
All right,
mother's
so
hug.
back on track.
Back on
You're
track.
still keeping Super Mario World on your top.
Yeah.
On the top.
Yep.
Cage match.
Cage
It's
match.
in there.
It's climbing the ladder.
it's
It's
climbing the
reaching
ladder.
for the belt.
right.
There's thumbtacks all over the ground. What game are you gonna throw that like falls onto the cage and just starts shaking things up?
Oh boy.
Do you have anything?
Besides, well, I mean, like I said, Mario 3 is very close on that ladder.
Okay, I'm
Same
not
with-
taking Mario 3
Same
off.
with the RPG. Mario RPG is still up there really high.
Okay.
I do love me some Luigi's Mansion.
Okay.
Luigi's Mansion is always amazing and fun to play.
Okay. I
What
never really super got. It's basically just a
What?
fishing mechanic, right? Isn't
It's
that
not about the mechanic, Dan. It's about the atmosphere.
Okay.
It's about Luigi finally getting his comeuppance.
This song was amazing. Like
Oh,
that,
man, the music. So good.
I think I downloaded it and it was like
yeah,
the
why not?
techno remix of that song
Seriously,
was really
go
awesome.
download Luigi's Mansion theme. It's great. Like the humor's back, like everything's great. The bosses are unique and fun. Like I think it has a ton of secrets in it.
Oh, we haven't. Gosh, Matt, there's so many like Mario Party.
Oh right, yeah, Mario Party.
I think Mario, dude, they're up to like 9.
I mean, they are really fun.
Man,
And those are just like playing an interactive board game.
oh,
yeah.
those are if you have friends and then you don't want to have friends anymore. I'm telling you, go straight to Mario Party because the utter betrayal
Oh,
and
man,
the look
yeah.
of betrayal that your friends will give you when you steal a star in the last round.
It's amazing.
Or not only that, when like they give you those stars at the very, very end, where it's like, and now we have 3 random stars. You will never be more mad at somebody if they get a star without deserving it.
Right. And man, yeah, there's so many twists and turns and like depending on the board you pick,
Yep.
like yeah, it's just like a big old like free for all of a board game, and it's enjoyable. But
You almost touched the mic stand again.
I did. I'm having a weird day where I just want to
Like
keep
he just
touch-
wants to
I just
keep
wanna
touching him. Like get your hands away from the mic stand.
mic.
Okay, Matt, I'm gonna have to tape you down.
Let's see. But yeah, Mario Party's great, but I don't think it holds a candle to the actual series with like the RPG and Super Mario World and all that.
I know. I'm surprised you haven't brought up because Mario Kart.
I was thinking about it, but kart's just kart. Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Fine.
It's fine. But it's not comparable to like Galaxy or the other ones or
I still remember we used to go over to Christina's house.
yeah.
And like, hey, shout outs to Christina. How you doing?
Shout out Christina Murphy and Ryan Murphy.
And so like we would go over to their house and they would pop open the Wii U? What'd they have? The Switch or
Switch, I think. Yeah.
something like that, and they would hand out the controllers, and we'd all play like 1 or 2 rounds of Mario Kart. And they're like, okay, who's up next? I was always the first one. I'm done. Like, I can play 2 rounds of Mario Kart, and then
Well, it got pretty intense in
my
that
fill.
room too. Like,
you guys were all really good at it.
We're
And I was
all
like,
really competitive,
and I was like
yeah.
12th place, and I'm like just the guy who's going backwards. Like, what
Dan,
a nice level.
You can also
design.
tell a lot about a person by the driver they choose. Who'd you choose?
Oh,
Who's your go-to?
I like Dry Bones
Really?
or Lenny.
Lenny
The turtle, because he's just he's like, hi, I'm just happy to be here. I'm Lenny.
Thank you for including me.
He's like, you picked me. Oh, thanks, friend. Like, he just felt very appreciative about everything.
Man.
Or every once in a while, Link. I'm not gonna lie, I would pick
Yeah.
Link because it's just cool.
I've always been big on the heavy setters like Bowser and DK.
Okay.
I don't mind that they start slow because they get such a good top speed.
Well, and normally you can start out with at least a little bit of a boost.
Oh,
if you
yeah,
know
if you
what
get that
you're doing.
boost,
and then
watch
you're
out, baby.
set. You're straight ahead. So.
Or sometimes just picking Toad just to piss people off. Because nothing's worse than losing to Toad.
I don't know.
His
Luigi was
voice
always
is
fun.
So irritating.
But like I the more I played, the more I realized I needed somebody that had the edge one way or the other.
Yeah.
And if you play like Mario and Luigi, you're just fine across the board. Like there's no real way to excel.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, Mario is the neutral.
He's the neutral. He's
Yeah.
fine. But like, Toad and Luigi, or not Toad and Mario, no, Toad and Yoshi, blah.
Well, I think Toad and Yoshi had the fast
acceleration, but the
I don't know
top
if that.
speed.
I know that was in the original. I don't know if it carried on to the other versions.
I'm
It
sure
might
did.
have.
I'm sure it did.
They probably tweaked it. I mean, there's so many characters now. It's hard to.
There's like 30 of them. It's
oh my
ridiculous.
goodness. Yeah. And I love that they brought the Koopa Kids in too.
But I like that we're agreeing that Mario Kart should just kind of sit this one out.
It's kind of, I think it should just sit it out. I mean, it's fun, it's great, but it doesngoing to hold a candle to the actual like action platform like background.
So,
Because even the RPG has action platforming.
but here we
in
go.
it.
You know who's going to be under the stage with a chair? Who's going to
that?
come up?
Who's
Ready?
coming up?
Mario's missing.
What?
Yes.
That one's terrible.
Oh, what are you talking about? That
the
game's
learning DOS game.
It's
or
so
whatever? Yeah.
fun. Oh, I love that game.
Please explain the game, Dan.
So Mario's missing.
Explain it nicer.
Okay. Mario, like it's Mario's missing, and you play as Luigi, and you go from like city to city, and you have to learn about the city, and then like there's clues about like geography and locations, and then
I hate learning.
I don't like it because it makes you learn things about Paris. Bleh. Shut up. I genuinely like that game. I really did.
so
Like
bad.
what is whatever.
It's so bad.
It's fun. Hey, shout outs to Mario's Missing. That was a great
Wherever you are.
game. Like now that game's missing.
It's missing out a lot of people.
Okay, so maybe it's under maybe that game's like underneath.
No, that game's in the crowd holding
No,
a
no.
sign. Can I join?
It's underneath the the stage
The mat,
and
yeah.
it like gets out and then it goes to like try and open the lock, but the door's locked and it just gives up.
It
sits
gives up,
down.
walks home.
It goes like I tried. That's about.
I did my best.
Wah wah.
Meanwhile, yeah. Oh my goodness.
What about Super Mario Sunshine?
Oh, it's in the locker room still.
It didn't even show up for this
It's
one.
collecting the towels to go wash
like
for
it's
the other
Bat Boy. Oh, poor guy.
I mean, so Super Mario Sunshine tried something new, and it just, I don't know.
It's
okay.
but it's like I hate it when a game is built around a mechanic and not like it didn't feel natural. It's like they're like, hey, what if we made him pump water?
Well, and you also were doing a chore. You're
Yeah.
like, let's go clean
Don't
the town.
Like it should be like Super Mario Community Service,
Right.
Like okay,
Because like Luigi's Mansion also is built around a mechanic, but at least the mechanic is involving creepy ghost stuff.
oh,
and
the atmosphere.
the
saved that
atmosphere is amazing and
Mhm.
like everything else. Whereas Sunshine, it's like, yeah, you're in a pretty little like resort town, but like go clean that wall.
game. But it's dirty.
But it's dirty.
and the mud is evil mud.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a little too much.
I'd have to. I do want to bring up though. What is it? The Mario Galaxy games though,
Those, yeah.
because
Those are really
those
good.
are really good.
Those are really good.
I mean, you completely change the level and like the level design, like with the 3D. You like running around like these small little bit planets. Mario and Luigi were both in it. I don't know if there's a lot of costume changes though. I feel like it's
well, that's fine. I think it did fine without it.
I just remember how shiny it was. Like it was
Yeah.
like the first time you
It's
saw
a
Mario
good-looking
look
game.
real good. And I was like, okay.
Man.
All right, Mario, I see you.
Jeez. I'm so torn now.
Okay.
Because Galaxy is really good.
I never played 2, though. I know there was a second.
It's kind of feels the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still good.
Didn't reinvent the wheel, just
I don't think it did.
made more
No.
of it?
Not for me, anyway.
Okay.
It was still fun.
So you want to talk about, are we going to do any of the Game Boy games?
I think they're pretty straightforward. WarioWare and all the Mario games and
Sure.
the Yoshi Cookie and all that. They're fine.
Mario Tennis, Mario,
No, I'm gonna leave the sports out
Mario
of it.
Soccer,
Yeah,
Mario Badminton, Mario
Mario
curling.
bowling, Mario crochet knitting,
Yeah.
Mario
Underwater basket weaving. you
Yeah.
know, all those fun ones.
Marco Polo with Mario.
Mario. Polo.
Polo. Polo.
I'm sorry, everyone. We've been doing Mario impressions for the past like 3 hours, and like we are just tapped out. Like Marco. Oh my god, that intro took a lot out of us.
Could you imagine playing Marco Polo with Waluigi and all them in Wario?
Mario? Those aren't the words, man. Say the right words.
They're just out of water all the time.
Yeah.
Waluigi.
Fish out of water?
No.
I know. I still think the Mario parties need to be up there.
Okay.
I guess say Mario
Oh,
parties gotta be up
jeez.
there. They're too good. There's
Man.
like 30 of them.
I was gonna say yeah. There's
All right,
a
man.
lot of them. They're really good.
What are we thinking?
I think we're gonna have to take this to the internet and make a poll.
Ooh, are we gonna poll it?
I think I'm gonna poll it.
Let's do it. Let's poll it.
And you know what? We'll reveal the poll results.
It's so just to be
on one of
clear,
our
and
episodes.
we'll make this on Facebook. We'll do a little thing
Yeah,
of it.
do a little-
But it's
do a
gonna be. What are we gonna do? We'll do a write-in one for everyone to tell us we're
Right.
wrong. But then it's got to be Super Mario 3.
So yeah, let's we'll put Super Mario 3, Super Mario World, the Mario parties all as one because it's essentially the same
Sure,
thing
yeah,
over and over
that's
and
fine.
over.
And
Ad
then
nauseum.
blah 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 blah. Do we want to add Galaxy?
Yeah, well, Galaxy, yeah.
Okay, and what about Mario Odyssey?
I count that as part of the Galaxy thing.
Really? Is it part of the Galaxy?
No, it's not at all, but
I played like 20 minutes of it, and like I think I was like done.
yeah, see, I felt the same. I played about the same amount as you, and
Like,
I was like, eh.
it was like I
I
forget.
barely touched it, didn't really play.
Yeah,
it
I
that
was on a
much, yeah.
plane, and I was like, okay, I got 3 hours on this plane. I'm totally gonna get in this game, and then I was like, I'm done with this.
It's okay.
It's fine.
I didn't really play it that much. I was like,
Womp
eh.
womp.
Yeah,
And then we're not gonna count the Smash Brothers because that's not a
No,
Mario
that's-
centric game.
yeah. It's
So-
not really a Mario centric.
So we have Super Mario World, Super Mario 64,
Super Mario Brothers 3,
Super Mario Brothers 3,
the board games,
Mario Party,
parties, yeah,
and they wanted to add one more on there. We want to do RPG.
RPG, yeah.
So okay,
Boom.
Matt, you're in charge. We're gonna
I
go
will.
ahead and make a Super
To
Mario
all
poll.
the social medias.
All of them, and then the winner. What's the winner get? Was there a winner for the poll? I guess we'll just figure out what people like.
We'll
more.
just figure out what people like. It's not really somebody wins. It's
And
one of
then
the games. is what's
we will
happening.
announce it on the next
On the
episode.
next episode.
Ugh.
I think so, yeah.
All right, Matt.
Because I can't decide because I'm torn now.
Okay. So do you want to wrap this part up?
Yes.
We'll grab a little snacker, little coffee,
Snackies.
and then we'll come back and we're gonna do the fun part where we get to pitch our own Mario games.
Do we get to eat the mushrooms?
We're gonna eat all those friggin' mushrooms. They're gonna be so friggin' good.
But then you cannot eat the mushrooms. They icky bleh.
Bleh. I like a murder. All right, guys. We will see you on the other side of 30.
We'll be back.
Boy.
Jake, have you ever been looking for a definitive Nintendo ranking and can't seem to find it because it's just everybody's own opinion?
Honestly, all the time, Sam.
Well, I'm looking for someone to give us the answers.
Wait, you mean like a podcast made by two young, handsome men where they create a definitive top 5 list of all things Nintendo?
Should we just do it ourselves?
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
Let's give it a shot. I'm Sam,
And I'm Jake.
and at Top 5 Nintendo, I'm going to give you my top 5 list,
And I'm gonna give you my top 5 list.
and then we're going to duke it out and see what the real top 5 is.
Hey there, podcast listeners. I am David,
And I'm Kate.
and together we host a podcast that you might be interested in if you like The Legend of Zelda.
There are lots of awesome podcasts out there and a lot of awesome Zelda podcasts out there.
That's right, Kate, and we are another one of them. In fact, that is the name of our show, Another Zelda Podcast.
And in our show in particular, we talk about some of our favorite dungeons, characters, boss battles. We do a couple top 10 lists here and there.
We have some deep dive episodes, and we even pepper in a couple quiz episodes. episodes.
We talk about our own experiences. We do some review episodes, talk about our challenges, our struggles, and our victories.
That's right. If it has to do with The Legend of Zelda, we talk about it.
You can check out our episodes on our website, anotherzeldapodcast.com.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and a lot of the other podcast services that are out there.
And you can also check out our episodes on our website, anotherzeldapodcast.com.
All right, we will see you there.
Okay, bye.
Round 2. Fight. Begin.
All right, guys.
Yeah, so last we left, the steel cage match for the best Mario game will be resolved on the next episode.
On an internet poll.
On an internet poll of random websites.
We decided we didn't want to make up the answer ourselves.
It's just too hard.
I'm telling you, like, I think if we really boiled it down, it's gotta be Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo or Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
I think it's gotta be one of those two. Because like
I mean, you're probably right, but the other ones just have such a cult following.
sure, but like we're talking about the number one. And cult followings,
But I think
they have cult followings because they're not number one. They have their own
I think
subset.
if people search their hearts
And it's gonna be one or the other.
and the stars,
You know what? I know
they would
okay,
find
okay.
that they were wrong.
I take it back. I think it's either gonna be Super Mario,
Okay.
Super Mario World for
Ooh.
Super Nintendo, or Super Mario 3. I think it's one of those two.
Yeah.
Because like the more I think about 64, it was fun and I enjoyed it, but like
Right. Yeah, you know what? It was great for its time, but like I said, going back and playing it again with a fresh set of eyes again, it's got a lot of flaws.
and I still remember
And the bosses aren't that fun.
the
Bowser.
music from Super Mario World. I don't want to like try and do the impression because I do a terrible job, but like like there's so many, like I played that game so much.
It's just such an iconic part of Mario, especially with the cape and Yoshi. Yeah.
Like I loved it.
There's a lot to love with that one. Yeah.
And you got to play Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
And then they also had that, like, when you knew if you had beaten the level and you're replaying it for whatever reason and you're right about to die, you could start select and get out of the level so you don't lose a life.
And I did love the food puns
Mhm.
for most levels.
And
which
did you
was
see,
funny.
like, people are still, like, not still, but, like, that game has, like, really hidden levels.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's the Star Road, but then there's also, like, sub-star roads that are, like,
Yeah.
Like, go look
And
it up.
not even talking
It's
about
like
their,
super duper hard mode.
yeah, and you're not even talking about the level creation thing that people do with it too, like
Mhm.
the super hard modes and stuff. Dan, I'm gonna blow your mind too. Super Mario Brothers 3
Okay.
also had secrets.
Secret.
You know what you found in those secrets?
What's in those secrets?
Whistles.
Wow. What
Did
a
you know
dramatic
that?
downturn. Out of anything that could have been, whistles.
There's 3 whistles, Dan. And when you blow them, it goes do 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 do, and then a cloud comes, or a tornado, I should say, and it whisks you off to a pipe thing, and you need to choose which. It essentially gives you a level skip. Yeah. So if you got 2 whistles, you could go straight to the last level,
That's from Super Mario World.
which is from Super Mario Bros. 3.
Oh, that's from Super Mario 3?
Yep.
Okay.
I think 3 is when they really got creative with the levels, and then Mario World is when they really took it to the next level.
Maybe we brought in the spin jump.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we brought in the Tanuki suit where you could turn into a statue.
Okay, so I think we have to redo the internet poll. I think it's got to be
Well, we're just gonna go
3 or world.
Okay. Yeah,
Bring
let's
it down to
let's
2.
Bring it down to 2.
And a write-in.
And a write-in.
3
world
and a write-in.
Okay.
Okay.
Make it easier.
All right.
Even though Super Mario RPG is amazing and all that, yeah, let's keep it to those 2 and boil it
But
down.
if you take away the RPG element,
right.
like if you take
It's
that
still
away,
a platformer to a degree.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's good.
It's fine.
It did things.
It did things. We jumped on things. We had a giant hammer. It was a good time.
There's secrets in that one too, Dan.
There's secrets in all of them. Apparently, I didn't know that, Matt.
Did you even get all the frog coins?
I didn't know that there were frog coins.
Really? There's like a whole river level.
I'm not really good at video games, Matt. We've talked about this before. So, all right, but
He learned nothing from Frog Fuchsius.
Hey, everyone. We're now at the fiction part.
We gotta fix it.
So, Matt is actually the one who came up with the new game idea tonight. So, Matt,
Well, I think we both did. However, oh, you didn't?
I didn't.
You didn't come prepared.
I didn't. I usually just make these episodes.
Everybody
go long.
audibly boo Dan if you're listening right now.
Stop it.
Dan,
Stop.
yeah, you earn those boos. Shame on you.
I
If you have a shame bell, ring it now.
Hey, if you stop
Yeah,
it.
don't.
No, it's just, just move on, man. That was mean. I just knew you were going to do such a good job that I was just going to piggyback off
All right,
yours.
we can take the shame bells back. Flattery will
Says
get
the
you
man
everywhere.
who just brought in how to eat Pokemon for his game that he wanted
I'm
to
sorry,
play.
I was thinking of something new. Why?
Okay.
We've loved them. Why
Mine-
can't we hunt them?
Mine was a Grand Epic 3 game. And you're like, what if we just ate Pokemon?
What if we hunt and ate them like
yeah, it'd be
Gabe?
great. God.
Okay, well, hear me out on this one, Dan. It's not necessarily. You know what? The only thing I'm really fixing here
Okay.
is the monotony of the same old thing.
Okay.
Oh, look, there's a level. Oh, look, I jump and I move. You know
Okay.
what? Nay, I say.
Nay.
Nay.
Say nay.
I want to. Nay.
Nay.
Nay. I wish to combine all of the games into one package. Let's get it over with.
It's called Super Mario All-Star.
What?
They did that already.
No, that's just where they have all the games on display.
You literally said I want to play all the games.
Yeah, but as in one entity.
Okay. Oh, so you want to make the Mario multiverse.
Correct.
Okay.
And not necessarily. Well, yeah,
Matt-
Mario
Matt-
All-Star brought in the games, but they were all individually wrapped, and you got to pick one and play it. I'm talking they all collide and make a weird cosmic mesh of everything.
Okay.
And I want it to be based in our world too.
Give me a plot.
I want all of it. I
Give me
want
a plot,
I want to
Matt.
even sprinkle in some TV show in there too.
Okay.
The Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Okay.
That's the Mario and Luigi I want.
What
I
about
want
the Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo movie? Can we go like?
You know what? They can make a cameo, but
Okay.
I don't want them necessarily in it.
I think you could take. I think you could take like a level from that. You know, they had that
yeah,
like
sure.
like not steampunk, like the gritty underground.
My brain went straight to the club scene where they're dancing to that song "Everybody Walk the Dinosaur."
Yep. Or I still like just the elevator where they just start making the Goombas just sway back
yeah.
and forth. That
Also,
was-
yeah, you guys, everybody needs to go check out.
Oh, watch the movie.
watch
Like,
the Super Mario
Either
Bros.
watch it to
live
love
action
it or
movie.
watch it to hate watch it. But it's entertaining. I don't care what anyone says. That movie is fun to watch.
And have you ever heard the backstory behind it, Dan? Like the behind the scenes stuff with it.
Oh, it's a
Appa-
nightmare.
It was a nightmare to film. Apparently, and
Yeah.
people got injured, and it was just terrible all around.
But John Leguizamo, one of them broke their
the
arm
other
on
guy.
a stint. John Leguizamo?
no,
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hopkins. Yeah.
Yep, broke his arm. So there's parts where they just spray painted his cast,
Yeah.
flesh colored, and you'll just see him running around with it. I remember there was an interview where they said like they got brand new scripts every day.
Wow.
Every day they're like, we changed the
I didn't
entire
hear
of
that.
this. And man, it had Dennis Hopper in it, man.
That's so many good actors.
Ah, I liked it.
And I love me some John
I think
Leguizamo.
the last time I watched it, I was like 16, and it's just so
I
crazy.
think I watched it like when I was 25.
And the snot, like the booger
They
stuff.
made the mushroom people actual fungi.
Yeah,
and like
which is
gro-
kind of cool.
Which is
like-
cool, but it's like gross fungi. Is that like?
And Yoshi looks straight out of like Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Yoshi got scary.
I liked.
But anyway, I probably won't add that into my conjuration here.
Boo! Everyone boo him.
Tell you what,
Boo.
we'll add the snot mushrooms. How about that?
Cool. Or the power boots. Remember the power boots?
Yeah,
those were dope. I
That
don't
was
care.
So strange.
I loved it.
No, it was great. It was just a weird thing to throw in there. I guess they saw Mario Brothers 3. We got to wear the big boot, and they were like, "Well, we can do that."
Well, like I think that we could make a whole episode about the movie in itself, but I still love they're like Goombas. Okay, they're short. They don't wear coats. They got pointy teeth. How about 7-foot tall, small-headed reptilians with massive trench coats? That's the Goombas we
That's
want.
it.
There it
That's
is.
what we want.
Print it. Get them to post.
Because that definitely translated great.
So stupid.
That was stupid.
I loved it.
But they are going to be a boss in my game.
The Goombas?
The Goomba Mafia.
Oh.
They all wear trench coats, and you can lull them to sleep by rocking back and forth. By playing the
perfect.
whistle. You
All
got to
right.
blow the whistle.
Oh God! All right, Matt. I need to
All
know
right.
the plot. How are you bringing it all together? Because
So-
I like your idea, but make it work.
Here we go. So I've thought about this long and hard, and I believe the plot should be something like this.
Okay.
Normally, we have Mario and Luigi, right? They're always like, oh, we're going to go save the princess, or we're going to save Yoshi. We're going to go save somebody. Bowser's up to no good. The kingdom's in trouble, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
What if they
Call
woke
to
up?
action.
Yeah, it's called
Call to
action. Yeah.
Yep.
What if they woke up one day, Mario and Luigi, They wake up, they go, okay, nobody's here. What's going on?
Okay.
And
Everyone's missing.
everybody's missing except for like maybe
So-
Toad. And Toad's like, it's Bowser again. It's Bowser again. You gotta go do something. You're like, okay. So they go instead of just like going through all these levels, they just beeline it to his castle.
Sure, there's no one there to stop him.
Nobody there to stop him.
Okay.
And that's what freaks him out. They're like, wait a minute, where's all the guards? Where's the Koopa kids? What's going on?
Oh my gosh. What about in the game you had to play full on levels with no enemies? And they'll show up later.
True, yeah.
But like you get to like do just speed runs through like a couple of levels just to get there.
And honestly, this kind of, now that I'm saying it out loud, it kind of does reminisce with Mario RPG. In the beginning, you go to Bowser's castle and beeline it straight there.
Mhm.
But instead of finding Bowser like you do in that game, you find nothing but a bunch of pamphlets and brochures of Mario and Luigi's actual hometown of like Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
And they're like, wait a minute, why is there a
So-
travel guide
Wait, so
in Bowser's castle?
Question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm down for this. I like where we're going. One of my questions is, are this Mario and Luigi? Are they aware that they're from Brooklyn?
Yes,
And
like
this is a special world that
they
they're in
already
right
look
now?
Mario and
Because
Luigi.
I feel like we've changed it to where they live in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Well, that's the thing. They've been down there so long. That's what they live there.
Yeah.
But like, if you remember in the very beginning of the Mario series, they were from New York. They were a bunch of plumbers, Italian plumbers. They're twins.
Got it. Yep.
They go down. They stay there because it's a magical land of fun and fantasy.
Yeah. That's
But what if
the
they
plot of
find
the
like
movie, man?
But what if they find like a bunch of brochures, pamphlets, and like even their own home address back in their home city? And they're like, wait, why does Bowser have that?
Uh-oh.
And then they find like a little pipe or an airship leading up to somewhere, and they're like, oh crap, he's back in our world.
Okay.
Because they got there somehow
Okay.
through a pipe. So
That's-
why couldn't he?
That's fair.
Then when they
That's
get back up there, the Koopa troops and the armies and everything have taken over the entire city.
fair. Okay.
And it's up to them to get.
But you don't think
save
our
New York.
military could take out Bowser? And like, all you gotta do is jump on their heads. I feel like our military would easily just, hey, we got these things called guns, man. Like,
Yeah, well, he also has
Gunzo.
an invincible star. So good luck with that.
okay, well, all right, okay, okay. I see where you're going with this.
One star, and he's like, well, what are you going to do?
But it's only like for 30 seconds.
That's all he needs, dude.
Okay.
Have you seen what Bowser does in these later series?
Okay. I'm just.
Dude turns
I'm
into
just-
Godzilla.
I'm just poking holes, and you're mending them.
Actually,
Let's keep going.
speaking of which, in Yoshi, was that Yoshi's story? Something like that. Yoshi's Island. Sorry, brain went dumb. But Yoshi's Island, the final boss is Baby Bowser.
Mhm.
Gets hit by Kamek Magic Koopa. His little wand. He turns into a giant Godzilla.
Okay.
Bowser. So, yeah. What's his name again? Magic Koopa.
Who are we talking about? Kamek?
Kamek, yeah, the wizard Koopa.
Yeah.
Man, I totally blanket on him. Yeah, he could easily buff him to the point where the military couldn't do anything.
Okay.
He could make the military all fall asleep.
So
Like this
why-
dude is all powerful.
Why is Bowser going up into?
Because he realizes there's another kingdom he hasn't conquered, and he's tired of losing down there to the same two dudes. He's like,
Okay.
I'm just done.
Okay.
I'm going topside.
Okay, got it.
So he's like, you know what? I'm going up there. They've done me dirty. I'm gonna go do them dirty in their hometown. Maybe even finds their parents or something.
Now,
you know?
this is the plot of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
No, it's not.
This is kind of the plot. Like so the Super Mario Brothers movie is like he's trying, like the people are trapped in this alternate reality, and he finds the last part of the crystal that will open the gate so Bowser can get up
crystal?
to, because a giant meteorite hit the earth and separated the dinosaurs
Oh,
from the humans, and
Well-
it made like this portal. So he's found the last crystal so that way he can make a portal to the real world and take over.
oh. See, mine's just gonna be strictly conquering America.
Okay.
He's not trying to get the world. He's just trying to mess up their day and make them worse. So yeah, there's a slight little resemblance, but I totally forgot that plot point in the movie anyway.
good.
But we're not done.
Hey,
we're not done there.
Hey, I forgive you, man. You're doing great. Keep it up.
Thank you.
I'm enjoying this.
But does everybody else out there in Soundland forgive me?
Crickets.
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 Crickets and pitchforks. Do you hear that?
I
It's the
smell-
sizzle of a
I
torch.
smell sulfur. Like,
Oh
this
my
is weird.
goodness.
I like it to murder.
Stop it.
All right. Anyways, so
But
we
anyway,
got Bowser up
So
up top.
Bowser goes up top. There's some crazy shenanigans going on. They run into various characters throughout the Mushroom Kingdom up there too. Like, whoa, like we found the portal too. We just wanted to check it out. And like, it could turn even to like a Paper Mario type thing where like there's crazy characters, antics going on.
Okay.
There could even be like levels where you have to use the go-kart to get around the city, incorporating that.
Okay.
You could do the mini games with the Mario
But
side games from the actual
But
Mario
we're,
Party.
we're only doing just our Mario and Luigi It's not like we're gonna see Paper Mario. Or
Correct. You're only going to see the ones from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, the ones who are like the heavy New York accents and all that, and like very down to earth. And I would just love to see like the interactions of like our world with theirs. And on top of that, like I said, they bring their go-karts up. They just kind of go around the city.
See, I
think it'd be hilarious.
I think this is cool, but like I want to go full multiverse with it.
Oh, you want to have like a Spider-Verse
like I want to see 64 or Super Mario 64 Mario
with
meets
8-bit
Paper Mario meets 8-bit Mario. Like how do we make all of that? And I don't necessarily
How
think,
would you do? Well, honestly, you could do anything now that Galaxy's opened up anything. Like,
true.
You could always have that one chick just.
Well, and they always just have like, oh, a special star was found.
Yeah.
And it's like, this star has the power to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
blah.
that's the beauty of Mario. They can always just throw in some weird MacGuffin.
Rosalina, right?
Rosalina,
She's the ultimate MacGuffin. She
Right,
just like
and there's
exists and things are different.
Right. And apparently, like, there's a lot of conspiracy theories, whether she's like Luigi or Mario's kid and blah, blah, blah. And,
Ooh, wow. Really?
You didn't hear about that?
No,
Yeah.
I don't. The amount of time I don't spend on the internet researching Mario and Luigi's lineage would blow your mind. It would
it's
really
already
just
blown it
rock
right
you
now.
to your core. No, I didn't realize that Rosalina was like.
No, it's a theory. I don't know if it's true or not. They
sure.
They hint, wink, wink at it type stuff. But regardless, yeah, I mean, you could always introduce some, like you said, there's the purple star of power.
Yeah.
That, you know.
It's like the kryptonite. You just make a new
Right.
color, tell it does what it does. And, moving on.
Exactly. Oh, there's a pipe that just magically connects them all.
Wait,
you know?
so is this going to be like Grand Theft Auto
Essentially,
gameplay
yes.
wise?
So back to my idea, yeah. Essentially, it's gonna be like a lighthearted version of Grand Theft Auto almost.
Okay.
But you get different elements. Like I said, there's when you jump in the cart, it goes straight to like the Mario Kart view,
Mhm.
and like every once in a while, maybe DK shows up and just kind of smacks you around.
Okay.
Yeah, just little fun things like that.
Okay.
And it's essentially like the genie's out of the bottle. Mario and Luigi have to get the genies back into the bottle.
So
type
is
thing.
Donkey Kong good or bad?
Chaos. He's chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral?
Yeah,
I really
he's-
feel like they've been working on bringing it back.
Dude, DK is just there to get his bananas and have fun. That's all he cares about.
I mean, you got to make the King Kong reference. You got to have like
Oh,
the image of
absolutely.
him.
Yeah, that's the thing.
How big is he?
I would say he's maybe double the size of a normal like ape.
You could have a moment where he's running through New York and he stops by the zoo and sees like all his fellow gorillas
Sure.
like locked up and he just goes crazy and
See, that's
frees
what I'm
them.
saying. I would love to see them interact with like our real world, and that'd be hilarious if he goes to the zoo, sees some crocodiles, and goes, and he gets triggered and starts throwing barrels or stuff at.
Where are the barrels?
Where is he getting these barrels?
That'd be fun.
It'd
That'd
be
really
fun.
fun. Yeah, I'd get behind this.
Yeah, and then like you could always do the platforming element all over the place. You could even find like their actual plumbing business they left like foreclosed because they never came back to work.
Yeah. And you're saying these are the two gentlemen from the
Super Mario-
1980s
yes.
Super Show. So I'm controlling, like, I'm trying to think graphics wise.
Oh,
what,
I mean,
what
you
am I
can-
imagining?
so here's
is this like a Mass Effect looking
No,
thing?
no. You can make him look however you want. You could do the Mass Effect look where it's more realistic. You can have him normal. I just
Is it gonna
want
be like
their
heavy rain?
I just
Like-
want their voices to be that. Let me reiterate. I want them to have that heavy New Yorker accent. The
Okay.
second they come out of that pipe on the other side, no more ha-has. It's oh no.
Or like, what if they get through the pipe and all like they realize they haven't spoken out loud
Right.
in like years?
And then all of a sudden
They're like,
oh, right.
Oh, hello. Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
I think it'd be hilarious if they like change their whole demeanor the second they get to a different plane of existence, back to their own, I think it'd be great.
I think you could almost like morph this into like how to make Super Smash Brothers, like
Oh,
a game,
yeah.
like, and so then all of a sudden like the ending of the movie, like
Yeah, the
apparently
giant hand comes
like
down,
or
yeah.
the giant hand, or just like Samus's ship shows up, or,
Absolutely.
like,
And that would solve your multiverse
Well,
thing.
and then you have Sonic, who's already done, like, and all he needs is the Chaos Emerald to fracture. And
Well,
all
and
of a
that's the
sudden
thing, because you can mix in Sonic at the Olympics. Like, he shows up for the Olympics.
he's in Smash 2.
That's right. And then, like, you have a little, like, hey, you want to challenge me to race? He's like, no, I'm overweight and short, and you're like this built for speed monster.
Why would you
No.
challenge me to a
Yeah.
race? Like, good Lord,
And
that's
that-
a terrible
yeah.
idea. I don't know. That'd be fun.
I think it'd be a great one. You just run around classic, iconic New York scenes and things like that.
All right, what's the big boss battle?
Ooh.
Is it Bowser?
I didn't think about this part, so yeah, I will need your help on this.
Okay, let's do it. So, big boss battle.
Obviously, it should be Bowser.
Okay. Are we doing a multifaceted one, or is it just...
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because
well, like I said, it's got to have something to do with Kamek as well, because Kamek's buffing him.
I always like it when you take like the old school kinds, like so just that simple Bowser's on a bridge,
Right.
right, and you got to go just jump over his flames,
The Brooklyn Bridge.
and exactly.
There we go.
And so we'll do that where Bowser's at the other end
And there's
defending
that tiny
something.
little axe on the other side.
And like he shoots out these flames, and since it's 3D, you have to like double
that'd
jump
be
over
great.
things or like hide behind cars. And so it's like, and then at times like maybe you have like a non-steady camera that like slowly. So at times like when the camera comes around, it is you essentially just jumping over fireballs.
Oh my God, I would
to
love
get to
that.
him, and then like the camera pans back out, and all of a sudden it's like it goes back to 3D, like what they did with Paper Mario, where every once in a while it would like
Yeah.
flip the script, and you went from like a 2D to
Oh,
like
man.
the 3D.
Yeah, I love when Paper Mario does that. Like all of a
Oh,
sudden
yeah.
you're 2D and you hit something, everything's 3D, and you're like, oh, stop the fun bus. My
Yeah.
eyes are going crazy.
Oh god, that was,
It was jarring. You're like, oh, hold up.
but it was so fun.
Oh,
Like
it was
God,
definitely
it was
fun.
so fun to do.
I would also love in that scene where you're fighting him on the bridge.
Mhm.
You just see a little Koopa in the back holding up a bomb, like, I'll get him, Bowser. And that's the one you got to hit to blow up the bridge to get.
Okay, so the one thing I think would be really really cool to see though is like instead of having like the feather and the flower,
Oh, right.
how
yeah.
we could implement those as like new weapons for them.
Or instead of that, we get totally new things like the business suit, the law degree,
The line, okay. He just petitions for city council.
the
like,
cabbie hat.
that'd be good. The cabbie hat I think would be really
All their
funny.
upgrades are just jobs.
But like, I don't know. I think it'd be really really funny. Because like I'd still want to have like the flamethrower or like the
Sure,
flower,
yeah.
but like he has like a flower and it just because now he's in our world, so these things just don't work.
I
anymore.
gotcha. And like Toad just shows up to give you a power up. He's like, here, just reach in my bag. And it's like the fire flower, like the star, and then like the business degree. Like
Yeah.
he's like, okay, I'll take that
What are
one.
they throwing the business degree at people? Like just
Sure.
constantly suing everyone.
Yeah.
But like I don't know.
You stop enemies by putting papers in front of them.
Who's the like? Oh, what if we bring the old guy from Luigi's Mansion in? The guy who
Oh,
made
yeah.
and he's the genius who's like, look, I use the technology of both our worlds, like
Professor Egad.
yeah. So he's like, so here is, and like you have like here we go. We mixed the flower with the Mario Sunshine backpack into
Oh.
our world, and so now you can't just produce fireballs, but you have like essentially a flamethrower that uses the fire air or fire flowers to spit it out,
Perfect.
right?
Also, you can clean up the streets of New York.
And there we go, and you get points, except if it's a Banksy, and then you're like, you've ruined modern art.
Not this one.
Not this one. It's a Banksy.
I think that'd be great.
I'd be down for it.
And then you get to like, just run around the city and see all the cool stuff.
All right, so we got the boss, but okay, then what's the triggering? Like, are we going to use like a star that's broken? Are we going to try and do something like that? Like, how is it just Bowser's tired? And how does Bowser find a way to
how
get
does
back?
Bowser find it?
Because I think
the connection. Gotcha.
I think the one thing we'll have to establish is that there is the most important pipe that connects the two planets or dimensions, right?
Right.
And Mario and Luigi have like they know where it is. Maybe that's where they built their house over it.
There we go.
Because like, and they one day because they needed to hide it because they couldn't risk this happening, right?
Look at that. You're
Then how does Bowser
got
find
it.
out about it?
Oh, easy. He has some minions chase him or something, or he could, they could just stumble upon it. You could just have like just a Goomba just walking by, going, peeking in their window, like, what are they doing in there?
Mm-hmm. I mean, so because
He's got so many minions, they could just easily just spy on him.
So I love this. I love that like there's a like or maybe a ghost. A Boo,
ghost, yeah.
A Boo is just living in there.
Yeah,
And-
Boo's just living there.
And then you could it had to be through text box because they can't really talk in this world.
Right.
But they're talking about leaving.
Yeah.
Like they're like, look what really like, and
Or maybe they're just going up topside to see their their
yeah,
mom
oh,
or something.
Sure,
Yeah.
that like I always make it more dramatic than it needs
Yeah,
to be.
maybe
I'm
it's
like,
just a simple,
they're,
like,
they're
hey.
waxing like poetic about like, hey, like is there really a life for us here?
Yeah,
Like
Dan's going dark. I'm just like, I just miss a hot dog.
I don't know, like
Mario,
I
remember hot dogs?
I just want to like, and I guess the one thing that I always like really strive for are these like fan fiction, like where we're making the game. It's like I want to,
Fun.
especially these games that are just so like bland, not
Right.
bland, but
Well,
like
yeah.
there's no plot.
Watch
other
what
than,
you say. People
but,
like
like,
the game.
They're fun, but like it's like get stars, beat monster, done. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's very.
I want to find
redundant.
a way to like really connect to Mario and Luigi. And I think it'd be really easy to just say they miss home.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
They maybe
Something simple.
or maybe they lost the portal.
Oh.
Maybe it's like you know, well, you start out with a flashback of the first time they stumble across.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And how did these guys get here in the first place?
And then if you wanted to find it that way, they could have like the minions chasing a Toad's, you know, a regular guy around, and he just falls into it.
Yeah,
like,
and so they stumble through the pipeline,
yeah,
and then they just get lost because they've never been here before.
and then they go back, tell Bowser like, dude.
Well, and then they start their adventures and everything, and it's like, well, we want to go back, but they don't remember where it was. Right. And so then you age through, like, you know, and you can even have the portal or the pipeline, and just have a montage of just like the season setting and like growth going over it.
Some Vivaldi playing in the background.
And then what? Like Bowser in an expansion that he's been like trying to work on or something like that. Like just a bulldozer just hits it. And they're like, what's this thing?
See, and I think that's the key. It's got to be something simple and silly like that.
Yeah,
like,
and just like, he's like, I don't know where this goes. Do we have this one on the maps?
and of course he gets angry like, whoa.
He's like, oh, freaking pipes everywhere. We'll pull it out. He's like, first throw a Goomba in here.
Yeah, maybe he just throws one of his
Just tell me where
minions
this
in
ends
there,
up. And all of a sudden you have the first
Comes
reveal.
back with a hot dog.
You have the first reveal of like a Goomba. What it would look like, because I do want an animation change.
Okay.
I do want, like, it doesn't have to be over dramatic. We don't need we don't need it to be
photorealistic.
Yeah, we don't need heavy rain or anything like that.
No. It can be a little
I do
downgraded.
want there to be an animation change.
Sure, I think that'd be
when
fine.
we get to the real world. And so the Goomba comes back, and the Goomba's like, because they don't talk or anything like that. And then all of a sudden it's like, you know, oh my God, is this it? Is this the tunnel? Oh, like years I've been looking for this thing. Oh my gosh, we finally found it.
Yep.
And then he just takes everyone.
I think it'd be a great game.
He takes everyone and everything.
His whole army. Because in Super Mario RPG, you find out he does have platoons of men.
Oh, yeah.
And like flyers and all sorts of stuff. And like I said, in the third game, he does have tanks and an armada of, you know, ships and airships.
So then, here we go. At the end of it, right? So like, do they do something and they cover up the hole? Like maybe there has to be the sacrifice that in order to...
Here's you going dark again.
I know. In order to like make sure no one can use it again, they trap themselves on this side.
Oh, there we go.
You know, it's like we have to board up, we have to seal it up, we have to destroy it.
I guess they have to use their plumbing skills.
Oh my God, that's great. And the degree that they've been talking about this entire time. But then so like
they actually have to
the
pull
end of
out
the
a
shot,
wrench?
like it has those boards over it, you know, that like they put over because it's like, it's out of order now. Like we officially blew it up.
What if that's what they did? They just put an out
of order sign on it.
They didn't actually do
But here we
anything.
go. The camera pans out, like goes up a little bit and just goes like 20 feet more into the woods. And then we see like hundreds of these like these pipes, you know.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that connects to the Smash Brothers world.
Dan, that's the plot to Nightmare Before Christmas.
I freaking hate that.
I love
So
it.
here's a side tangent.
I love Nightmare Before Christmas.
Here's if I was ever elected, this is my step into the
As mayor of Halloween Town?
no, as president of the United States of America.
Oh, boy.
I got elected and I get to do like whatever I want. One no matter what. We are not allowed to play or talk about Nightmare Before Christmas for at least 5 years. I need a full-on ban of that thing.
Just for 5 years?
5 years. That's all I'm asking for. I'm getting 4 because
That's all he's asking for.
that's all I'm asking for.
That's all he's
4 years.
asking
I'm
for.
just tired of it, guys. It never stops. Like I need it to just go away for a little bit so I can enjoy it again. Like it's every Halloween, it's just beating you over the head. And it doesn't it's not even sequels. It's the same
That's
movie.
how good it is. It doesn't need a sequel.
I don't want a sequel really, but like
I'd only want a
I
sequel
just-
if Danny Elfman shows back up.
I need a break of that movie.
I don't.
I'd also,
I love
and
it.
David's gonna get mad about this, but my second thing is I would officially make,
Davids.
I would officially make Michigan and Wisconsin the same state because I'm tired of like
the land disputes.
It's the same thing, guys.
What?
Cheese or cars, I don't care. If it's around there, you're the same state.
I'm Matt McQueen, and I disapprove of David's message.
Wisconsin, like that's what it is now. I'm tired.
You know what, Dan?
I'm tired.
Don't
of it.
stop there.
I hate it when people are like, "Oh, where are you from?" and they hold up this mitt thing, and they're like, "Oh, I'm right from here." I'm done.
Tell you what, Dan.
Wisconsin
Don't stop
is-
there. Let's take Canada too. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, just keep pushing it.
Wisconsin, Michigan combine and take
And
Canada.
there's a Virginia and a West Virginia. Well, guess what? It's East and West Virginia now. You don't get to just be the Virginia and then the
Right.
West version of Virginia. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Everybody gets a cardinal direction.
To either pick a cardinal direction or no one.
Well,
gets a
that'll be my
cardinal.
sequel of that Mario game we just came up with. He unites all the other, rights all the wrongs of the
Shout outs to
states.
Michigan and Wisconsin and, West
the
Virginia and
Virginias.
Virginias. Yeah. I love you all. Thanks for listening, guys. But you're a joke. No, I'm kidding.
Just put an East in your name. That's all I want.
Come on, guys. Do this for me. Just reprint everything.
Just change everything.
Change everything
Oh,
for the whim
goodness.
of a podcaster in Matt's basement. Is that so much to ask for? That's all I'm asking.
Come on.
I don't ask for much. If so,
Just that.
if you guys could get that done for me, I'd be greatly appreciative. Thank you.
But yeah, don't feel like you need to ban Nightmare Before Christmas because it's.
I'm gonna.
Please
No,
don't.
I don't want it gone. Like, it's great.
Can we ban Mariah Carey's Christmas song first?
Sure.
And then we'll go to that.
Yes.
First things first. Like that's been worse than
100%.
that. Yeah.
100%. And I think if you're somebody who only puts out Christmas albums, you should only get like 50% of your income.
Right, because
because
you didn't do any work.
I'm looking at you, Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
All right, you can't just keep on singing Jingle Bells every year.
You're right, because it's half the work.
Half the
You
work.
didn't write the lyrics or the song. You just.
It's all
you
the
add
public
up-
domain.
right.
All goes right into public domain.
Dan, so for that game, to get back on
Oh
track,
yeah, sorry.
would you add any other special items besides the law degree and like the business suit and like funny
I don't
job
know.
stuff like a cabbie hat,
Cabbie hat. I mean, I
a
like
hot dog vendor? Oh my god, yes, you get the hot dog cart and you get to run around and throw hot dogs.
God. I'm trying to think like it'd be really funny to try and implement some of the costumes, like you running around in a frog suit. Like in like the downtown
Down in the
New York
subway.
That would be cute. I would enjoy that. That'd be fun.
I'm hopping here.
So my brain just wants to go like, what would everyone look like?
Oh,
Like the animation style and all that stuff. And like, what other villains would we want to bring up? Like who, like Birdo? Like what would Yoshi
what?
look like?
Yeah,
what
bring
would
'em all
Birdo
in.
like? 'Cause,
bring Booster from the RPG.
Like, if we're
Booster,
gonna
that
do this,
weird
like-
fuzzy man beard guy.
you know, and I think you could even bring like Tallow and Mellow.
Yeah.
Talon,
Talon
Tallow, Mellow,
Mallow.
Mallow.
from the RPG. Yeah.
Shout outs to Mallow.
Shout outs to Mallow.
Shout outs to Mallow.
He cries and it rains.
Okay. Oh yeah, he's the weather one.
Yeah,
right?
he met his emotions manipulate the weather.
Oh, okay.
Because he's one of the Nimbus people or
The
something like
Nimbus people.
I think they're literally just called Nimbus, but I could be wrong.
that's fine.
But
That sounds about right.
yeah. I mean, you could bring him Ward from the second game,
Mhm.
the other frog crown prince. Yeah,
That would Oh, that'd
and
be
Bowser goes, "Who are you?" He's like, "I don't know. I'm a
But, like,
dream."
But then I also like kind of want to take it to where like Bowser is teamed up with like local politicians.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like they clear like you have to have the evil like slimy
Oh, I would love it.
humans who have just been like, oh, he's powerful. We'll latch to him and just become his henchmen.
He has his own army.
Oh my god, look at the size of the shell.
Well, this man clearly knows what he's doing.
This man is born to rule.
He found a pipe
His
and he
name
conquered it.
is King Bowser.
That's right.
Enough said. Enough said.
That's the plot twist. They built it. He's part of the embassy. He has his own embassy in New York.
Oh yeah, and he's protected under what's the no
Diplomatic immunity.
No, like Lethal Weapon 2 diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity.
You can't get him. He's got
That's the whole plot. You got to get rid of his diplomatic
immunity. You can't arrest him. That'd be great. That is pretty good. Then how do we implement? Like, so are we? Okay, I guess we're not going to.
Well, that's where that's where the law degree and the business suit upgrades come in. You got to fight it.
I'm down for it. All right, I think this is a good game. I'm a big fan of this game. I would play this game.
I would love it.
And so Princess Daisy has to come over.
And it doesn't have to necessarily be like GTA. It can also be like Miles Morales Spider-Man in those games where you get like the whole city as your big sandbox.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe more akin to that than GTA.
Okay.
Like
well, I mean, if you let somebody swing around in GTA, if you gave them that,
right,
power,
I mean,
it'd
it's
kind of
essentially
be
the same thing. It's kind of the same thing. But I feel like the Spider-Man ones are a little more polished, like visually wise.
Because you would, I mean, essentially you would want to try and keep it just on Manhattan because it's an
Right.
island. Oh, so you just have it to where they opened up in Manhattan.
Well, Brooklyn, because we need the Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay, well that's fair. Well, But if you keep it in Manhattan, you can say like the island's been quarantined.
Yeah, I mean, you could really do any.
You know
part
what I
of it.
mean?
You
And
do
so like
Queens, you
then
can
it's your job to go in and clean it up.
Sure.
And then you don't like it keeps everything contained to where it's not like he just
The
started
pipe
taking
is
over.
under the Statue of Liberty.
Oh my God, where's the pipe? Where is the pipe? It's got to be someplace ridiculous.
Like at the top of the torch.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay, moving on. Moving on.
That's a strange visual.
Yeah, moving on.
How did we not see?
God, this is so stupid.
It's great though.
Yeah, that's not
It
bad.
introduces people to New York.
And so
Great.
I was trying to think while you were going on, like what game would I want to see outside of this?
Yeah, sure.
Because like how, but then my brain just goes to like what type of game has Mario not done yet? We've done like the multiplayer game, like the board game.
Yeah, he's done like
Mario
every
Kart.
sport game.
He's done the
fighting game.
RPG. But I think the only one that I brought up earlier that you said they didn't do is like the tactics.
Correct.
You know,
Or a real-time strategy. And they haven't done a Dynasty Warriors.
they haven't done it. But like, okay, I think I want to do. It's also like they find a portal. They find a portal. They find a pipe, and then they jump down the pipe.
Sounds like my game.
And then I want to see like a Dungeons and Dragons version.
Okay.
Where it's like because
like a dungeon crawler, like Diablo.
No, I don't want that. But I want it to be like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Okay.
So maybe a DS game is what I'm really pitching here, or something like kind of on a smaller grid scale. That they all like something happens where like the whole party, Mario, Bowser, Toad, Peach, like they're all together. And they just get dumped into this portal, kind of like the plot of Mario Party. Only instead of board game world, they're in Tactics.
Instead of a happy fun time.
And they're dressed up as like one becomes the mage, one becomes the knight, one becomes like the jester, and they all have their own roles, and each role has their like the Onion Knight.
Gotcha.
And then they get to that world and they have to like figure out how to get
Obviously,
back.
Luigi would be the Onion Knight.
Sure, obviously. Or what about a Mushroom Knight?
Ah, now you're thinking.
There's what I did there.
Now you're thinking.
But I think that would be kind of cool.
Oh, you could actually just make all the classes based like a Koopa Troopa or
I think that'd be fun. I don't necessarily know what the plot would be other than like, hey, we just got accidentally teleported to this world and we have to find a way to get back. But the problem with most Mario games is the plot's really kind of weak, I guess I'd say.
For the most part, yeah. Like, obviously the RPG and the paper one actually have a pretty decent plot.
Origami King has a pretty decent
right, because
plot.
they kind of need it.
Well, I mean, even the plot's like, oh, a bad guy took over.
Yeah.
Try and stop him.
But at least they have fun with it. We're like Galaxy really kind of got like the big plots.
Well, even
like
Galaxy, from what I remember, was like Bowser kidnapped Rosalina.
Or like started a whole like airstrike on the castle.
Yeah.
And
And you're like, okay, cool. Like it's usually
they are kind of
it's usually an event that makes you have to do
Right.
something, and then a bunch of levels leading up to you.
Actually, the only one I can think of that actually had a really decent plot was one of the DS games.
Mario's Missing had a pretty decent plot.
Oh, did it though?
Yeah,
Did
Mario's friggin' missing, man.
Yes,
It's
you can
in the
learn
title.
about like random cities.
Oh, I'm sorry, you were educated. My fault.
Want to learn? I want to jump.
I'm sorry. You do get to jump. I think once or twice in the
No,
game.
I don't think you do.
I think you do. You walk down the street.
No, you do. Yeah, you do. You're right. You
It's
do
like
get
a
to walk down
very
the street.
crappy 2D street, but you do get to jump on things.
It's like Luigi just standing and talking to like a Koopa kid, and there's like a bunch of doors, and pick a door, and you're like,
It'd be really fun if there was a way that it's like a game like it's Mario All-Star. Okay, so it's all of the games in there, and this will never happen in our lifetime because what I'm about to pitch is like it would be too much data for I think a game to be.
okay.
But like, so you get to pick the game, and then you get to pick what Mario you want to play in the game. So if I wanted to play Super Mario Brothers 3, I could play as Paper Mario in it.
Or as Dr. Mario.
Or as Dr. Mario, yeah. And like
PhD.
And so it'd be the Paper Mario version. So the graphics would be the Paper Mario, but you'd be playing in the graphics of the level. You know what I mean? So if I wanted to be Super Mario 64, you know, in his like weird kind of polygon kind of frame, I could have that person in Super Mario World.
Right.
And I think that'd just be kind of fun. So you get to play around and be whatever Mario version you want to be. Because it's basically just skins at that point.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's very much just skins at that point, yeah.
But it'd still be fun. Like, and just to be able to replay the games as whatever Mario you wanted to.
Absolutely.
I'd be down for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we could probably build a plot for that D&D one. It'd be fun though.
I could, yeah.
Like I said, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. You just kind of have something that they need to react to or jump into action. They need that call to action always.
And I don't want Bowser to always be the bad guy because I like it when Bowser's on your team.
Just like
I really do.
Mario RPG.
Yep, he just gets so mad about everything.
Well, he gets kicked out of his own castle.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, you're gonna help me now."
We could even use Smitty the Sword as like the big bad.
Smitty was a great villain. Yeah, sure.
Or what about like the Shield, his sister?
Oh, there you go.
Like,
You can expand it. Yeah.
like and then there's also a gun.
Bring back the Axum Rangers.
Yeah. Oh, and like so there's a sword that like okay, so the sword gets defeated, and so it is the shield and the axe, like the family
Right.
of all like the medieval weapon cosmic, and they're all here to exact their revenge. And so they take and they're like, oh, they beat them in this world, but they'll never beat them in our world. And since they're medieval weapons,
Right.
they transport them back to this cosmic medieval. Oh, there we go. Boom. Done.
And
Did
then
it.
when you finally beat them, what crawls out of them, Dan? The 3 little virus monsters from Dr. Mario. It was them the whole time.
And then they start
What are the
baking
names? I think they have
Yoshi's
names, don't they?
cookies.
And they infect the Yoshi, and then
Oh
the
my
Yoshi turn against you.
God.
28 days later style.
I think it'd be really cool to find out that the Yoshis actually the Goombas were Bowser doing genetic mutation on the Yoshis.
Wow, you were going dark today.
I mean, that's where I want this in the game.
Dark.
If I'm gonna play a game, I want to have a moment where I go get out, and he's been doing experimentations on the Yoshis because he can breed them so quickly because you can just find their eggs anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they are. They do.
And then they
eggs
some can
literally
fly.
everywhere.
Think about it. The Yoshi DNA
It's amazing.
has to be,
The yellow one stomps the ground.
but and all they have to do is
yeah.
eat a certain shell.
Yeah.
And he's got more than enough shells in his
They're essentially
repertoire.
hybrids of Kirby almost.
And so
if you think
the
about it.
DNA of a Yoshi is constantly morphing to whatever you need.
Yeah.
So maybe he's been practicing on all of these different morphs, and then if you do it too much, then they just turn into Goombas, just a
Hold on,
head
hold on.
and nothing else.
What if Bowser just gives himself the Yoshi DNA like Joker from Arkham Asylum, just instead of the Titan serum, it's the Yoshi serum.
I think that could be an end boss.
Yeah, and he's
Like,
just
that's like the
watch
big-
me change colors,
And then he's
stomp and
he
fly,
flies,
and
so it's-
spit
it's-
fire.
Yep, it's the 3, right? It's stomping, it's spitfire, and it's flying.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, the Titan serum. And
The
then
Yoshi
that's
serum.
that's who you're fighting on the other end of the bridge.
Yeah.
Because he had to okay. If we're gonna get really cool with this, go back to your game, and he teams up with a geneticist,
Okay.
and that's where. No, I think that'd be too.
You know what, Dan? Let's just go full dark. I'm just gonna make it like Island of Dr. Moreau.
Sure,
We're gonna
sure, let's do it.
new game. Here's a new
game,
idea. Right?
new game,
Darkest
game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the after hours portion. We get a little weird with it. Matt, let's go.
Is this a new?
Let's see.
Is this a new
segment?
segment?
Sorry, David. I kind of just pitched this new segment, guys. Put your kids to bed. We're getting weird.
Are they there?
Are they-
Good.
Good. All right, Matt. Let's get weird.
So Bowser kidnaps Dr. Egad from the
okay.
Luigi's Mansion
Got it.
series. And he makes him make a Yoshi serum
Mm-hmm.
by genetically modifying all the Yoshis and other creatures on the Mario world. And
Yeah.
then he puts them on one island hidden away from the Mario Brothers in the kingdom.
Or he finds the Yoshi's Island that's
There we
full
go.
of them,
Boom.
and he's like, "Oh my god, I have
Bada
unlimited
boom.
testing."
And he starts meshing them with bombs and other things.
Oh
And-
my god, that's so good!
Yeah.
You just see these black Yoshis that have their eyes are
Fuses
just
out of their heads.
Yeah, fused out of their head, and their eyes are just like the giant
Hollow,
circle,
yeah.
like the bombs are. Oh my god! And Mario's like, my friends,
My friends.
Oh no!
What the happened?
And so, oh my god, the Yoshi Wars.
Wow.
Super Mario,
I just
whatever.
got chills.
The Yoshi Wars.
I just got chills.
Oh my gosh, this is good. This is pretty
real
good.
Write it down.
Write it down. Okay, let's get darker. All right,
Why?
so genetic testing,
Why do we have to get dark?
like genetic torture for these Yoshis.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Okay, maybe there
All
isn't
right,
much
so
darker.
so
than-
one of the Yoshis wears its mother's skull as a helmet. Oh, I know. Sorry, that's a different.
That's a
series.
whole different thing. That's a whole different thing.
That's already dark.
Oh man, I'm proud of this last little bit. Everyone, go wake up your kids. I think that's as dark.
I think
as
it's
we're
over.
getting,
Yeah,
though.
I don't think we're gonna get darker. I'm. Scared.
I don't. It's Mario. I don't want to get too dark. Because if you do, it just gets.
It gets. Yeah. No, it's not supposed to be that bad.
I don't think I've ever seen Mario frown. Like.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
When he dies and his face goes all red and go.
Oh, that's true. He does get.
So he does get a little upset when he's murdered. Yeah. That's true.
When he's murdered,
he does get a little upset. Not when he does the murdering.
Don't watch me get murdered.
Don't look. I'm so embarrassed. That spike really hurt. Whoops.
Owie.
At least coins don't shoot at him like Sonic.
Right.
Because not only are you dead, you're now poor. Like that's a double whammy. Like I get it, guys. I died. You don't need
currency.
You don't need to bankrupt me in beautiful fashion.
But I do love that Sonic does that animation. Just bang.
Choo 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 choo
It's just
choo
hilarious.
choo. That's
My rings.
And then Mega Man just turns into giant balls of energy.
Yeah, he just explodes into energy pellets. Yeah, you're like, oh,
like
man.
Captain Atom. What if like when he dies, like his nuclear reactor fusion heart, like what you're seeing is like the entire world exploding.
Jeez.
He's like, too much. Okay, well, I told you we're gonna get darker.
I know. I was
and
like,
now
wow.
like with the death of
Let's
Mega
keep
Man.
talking about the death.
Yeah,
in video games.
How many other people can we kill?
All of them.
Okay, that's fair. What happens? We did Sonic, we did Mario, we did Mega Man. What other cool deaths?
Other cool death scenes?
Yeah. For your hero.
Like in a video game in general?
I like the Batmans in Arkham where it's just you just get like crap talked by like a villain. A villain comes out, like whatever it is like, yeah. I thought
also another great one was the original Zelda one.
Mm-hmm.
When you die, you'd spin around and go bink, and you just blink out of existence.
And you just blink out of existence. Yeah. Oof. Oof, that's
but he
rough.
spins around real quick. Ah! In Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link, whenever you die, Ganon laughs at you. And the screen shows a silhouette of him and it says, "The return of Ganon, game over." And he's like, "Ruh, ruh, ruh, ruh." And you're like, well, that's just me.
I also like, let's talk about how in Donkey Kong Country, if one of you dies and the other one's still alive, you instantly are teleported to a barrel later on in the level. But if not, you just become this ethereal version of yourself that goes straight down. Wink, wink. You know where you know what's down.
No bananas.
You know, the hot place. You never see any of them die and go
hot
upward.
Hop?
It's always straight.
I remember that level.
Ooh.
That was in Donkey Kong Country
King 2.
With the balloons, and he had to jump on the balloons.
Every time I need a health, I just pop a balloon that looks like my face. And I feel a lot better. Well, Matt, I think we're nearing the end of this.
I think we are. And yeah, I suddenly want to travel to New York now.
I just want to like darkest sketch all of this stuff. Darkest shit sketch.
Ooh, maybe we'll do a spinoff.
Darkest sketch. Shout out to Jared.
Shout out to Jared.
And
all of his amazing jewelry.
He does have a pretty cool chain.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get to see it.
Maybe. Jared,
tell you what, if you sign up for
ever over here,
if you sign up for our Patreon, we'll show you Jared's jewelry.
Yeah, there it is. Hey, Jared, I haven't asked you yet. But is there any way we can exploit your jewelry for our own personal gain?
If you Patreon us for 25 cents, you'll get images of Jared and his jewelry.
The more you pay, the more of Jared you get because it's just his naked first.
We'll exploit all of our friends.
Yeah. Hey, everyone out there.
All their nerd stuff.
We're really struggling here financially. So if there's anything you're willing to give us, that'd be just great. Click like and subscribe.
Punch the bell.
Punch the buttons. All right, kids. I think we're gonna wrap up.
Give us 5 MacGuffin stars out of MacGuffins.
But Matt, we're nearing the end of the season, man.
Oh my goodness!
I think we got like 3 or 4 more episodes, and then we're outie.
It feels like it's the first episode.
I know, but like, hey, and I know you guys can't see it at home, but like from where we started to like what we have now.
You mean the other side of the room?
Yeah, we used to like we started out recording on like just 2 guys on a table and folding chairs. And now, like, Matt has created, like, this little studio in the back. We're on recliners.
2 recliners.
There's, like, a chair.
A treasure chest.
There's a tree over here.
There's a Kirby holding a Link sword. Yeah.
Hey, if you subscribe to our Patreon.
For 25 cents, I'll show you my Kirby.
We'll show... Hey.
Oh, wait. Phrasing. Sorry.
It's getting dark now. How do we make Kirby dark?
Oh, easy. The guy literally vacuum eats everything and turns into it. You can make that dark real
I was going to say, maybe we talk about why he needs to eat. Maybe he has like an eating disorder.
I was going to say, there's so many angles. Yeah. Easily.
It's like it's been 5 years since Kirby last sucked anything.
Do you remember the movie The Blob, that
Phrasing.
old horror movie? It's essentially Kirby.
And so it's 5 years and Kirby has not eaten anything and he's just like a stick. He's just like this like it looks like a deflated balloon just like walking around. He's
Or
like, no.
or it could even be like a Little Shop of Horrors where like a little drop of blood and he changes like,
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Kirby goes vegan.
Yeah, Kirby's like, what is this? Blood? Num num.
You have to play as King DDD.
Oh, no, he's got a taste.
blood-raged Kirby is running around murdering everyone.
I want King DDD all of a sudden to be like the guy from Jaws, like in the bigger boat guy.
The bigger...
Who's
yeah.
the-
Schneider?
Is that the grizzled sailor?
No, I don't know who that... I know who you're talking about, though.
What's his name? Why is that? Anyway,
I'm not a big Jaws fan.
I just want to be like, you want to catch a Kirby, huh? Like, I know how to catch
He's like in a
Kirby.
bar, just doing shots in the back. Somebody's like, we heard you're the only one who can stop him.
Yeah.
Well.
You were right to come to me. I got me a Kirby slaying hammer.
And then who's Meta Knight in this whole thing?
Oh, Meta Knight can be I don't need him in there.
Okay.
I just want
Kirby's a whole separate episode.
I just want a disgruntled DDD.
Just doing shots like cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Cigar. He needs a cigar.
So you want to catch a Kirby,
I'm
huh?
gonna need a bigger hammer.
Or you're gonna need a bigger mouth.
That's right.
Oh God. Darkest.
Mwah. Good night,
Good night, everyone. David, you could just delete most of this. We understand.
Please don't.
Please don't. All right, friends. We will see you next week.
Next Bat channel and next
Matt, do we want to give him a sample of what we're going to be talking about next week?
Next week, I believe we're going to be touching upon zombies
Ooh.
and a virus of some sort.
Oh,
that's right. We're talking.
It's the COVID special.
That's right. It's the COVID.
It's the
special.
COVID special.
So yeah, that'll be a great one.
All right.
I hope.
All right, friends. We're going to sign off. We will see you later. But again, and I hate to be these people who always have to say stuff, please leave a comment, click like, subscribe, all that other stuff. The more you do, the cooler, like the algorithm looks, and then the cooler we look.
Like I said, give us that 5 MacGuffin stars out of 5.
Yeah, please. Matt will pay you.
You know what? I'll even take a 4.
Don't. No.
I mean, no. 4 bad.
Yeah. God.
5 good.
Settle for 4.
I have low self-esteem.
That's something a 4 would say.
That's what a 4.
That's what a 4 would say.
But seriously, put a 5.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys.
Bye.
We'll see you later. And once again, shout out to Alex Drury.
Shout out to Alex Drury.
Hey, buddy. When we get season 2, man, we want you on this show.
Trust, we're thinking of you.
And Dusty too.
And Dusty.
Those are friends that you'll see later on. All right, guys.
Or here.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.